Hello everyone, this is Dr. Jay Mehta here from Mumbai, and in this video we are going to try and answer certain questions which are probably the most frequently asked questions regarding low AMH. Now remember, when a lady gets detected with low AMH, or more specifically when a couple understands that the female partner has low AMH, obviously there is a lot of anxiety, and the first question which gets asked is, Doctor, why did this happen to me? So the answer is very simple. Remember, we all know this. A lady has two ovaries, one on the left and one on the right. And inside the ovaries are something called as primordial follicles. Now these primordial follicles keep on reducing from birth. That means as the age increases, the value of AMH decreases because the total number of primordial follicles keep on decreasing with increasing age. Try and understand this like the fuel tank of your car, like the petrol tank of your car. If you're driving your car, you keep on driving, your petrol tank is going to get empty the more distance you cover. Now the advantage with car tanks is you can refuel them, but you cannot refuel your ovaries. And this is very important for women to understand. The other common question which is asked is, can we do something naturally? Can we change our lifestyle? Can we change our diet? Can we do something? Can we take some medications which are going to help us to increase our AMH value? Remember, there is nothing which is scientifically proven which is going to shoot up your ovarian reserve. What can be done is you can reduce the burnout. You can never increase the reserve because that's a God gift. But you can definitely reduce the speed at which the reserve is getting used up. Okay? And this can typically be done by having certain lifestyle modifications. One of the most important modifications which we suggest, provided a lady is obese, that means provided a lady is overweight, is to ask her to lose weight. That is something which might reduce the burnout time of your ovarian reserve. The other dietary changes which may benefit are especially food items like olive oil, tofu, cheese, and chicken. These four things usually tend to reduce the burnout time of your ovarian reserve. This is also something what we can call as a Mediterranean form of a diet, especially where preparations are concocted in olive oil. Okay, so that is something that can be tried. If you look at the medical management, there are certain molecules which are androgenic compounds, okay, which are preferred and given to women who have a low ovarian reserve, with a point of view that if we administer these oral tablets to the lady for approximately 3 months, we might reduce the burnout of ovarian follicles in this 3 months, and we might be able to get a slightly better follicle recruitment following this therapy. Now there are a lot of controversies if this therapy works, if this therapy doesn't work. Women who've experienced success with these therapies may attempt it. Women who've not had success might put a blame on this therapy. But remember one thing, these therapies usually work as long as the AMH value is borderline. So if we look at a cutoff of low AMH as we stated, it's approximately 1.5. So let's say these therapies are going to work or may work if your AMH is around 1.3 or maybe 1.2 or something. But if you think these therapies are going to work when your AMH is 0.1, 0.3, 0.5, then probably you are mistaken. These type of therapies are going to benefit as long as the AMH is borderline. They are not going to benefit women who have a low AMH to a very low AMH, and that is something which is very, very important for female partners as well as for couples to understand. Now once you understand that you have a low AMH, what should you do? Remember one thing, as I said, it is not something that you should get scared about because there are so many women with low AMH who conceive naturally. Simultaneously, you should remember the fact that when you have a low AMH, that means your reserve capacity is slightly low, and that means that you should try to attempt a conception, be it with whatever method. It could be natural, it could be IVF, it could be some other therapy, it could be whatever, but you should not delay a conception when you have known for yourself that your AMH value is going to be slightly low. Commonly, the most important thing in women with low AMH is to accept that condition. It takes a lot of time because it causes a lot of emotional and social problems for women who have a low AMH. They are somehow not able to easily accept that condition. But if they are able to accept the condition with an open mind and they are able to start therapies regarding this, it's definitely going to benefit them, and these women will also be able to have a child with their own eggs as long as they utilize their time and their balance reservoir of eggs very wisely. Obviously, in our subsequent sessions, we are going to cover slightly more aspects about the assisted reproductive therapies on low AMH. You may have a lot of questions regarding this. You can feel free to post them in our comments box. Me or one of my colleagues would try to get back to you as quickly as we can. Thank you so much.